Also, you part of bringing CA to Brighton back in the early days.
Kind of. I mean, at the time, yes. I mean, at the time, CA, my then sponsor, Kevin R, had been out to America, and he'd been to a few CA meetings. And at the time, he was living in Brighton, and he came back and he went, I've been to CA. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And we understood about the history of, and at the time, people that in Alcoholics Anonymous were sharing about use, and the old timers, the old alkies in AA didn't like us sharing about, and I did get that.
Yeah.
It was like, this is Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, we don't do drugs. We just drink alcohol.
We don't do drugs here. I'm doing a Wee John impression. I don't know if you know Wee John. I went into a bit of Wee John there, but it was like, and I got it. It was like, this is, and I remember getting pulled up by old timers in AA, going, you shouldn't really talk about coke. You do. Yeah. This is Alcoholics Anonymous, and I was like, okay, all right, but it is part of my story.
But alcohol is a drug. They should realise it.
Do you know how CA came about in America? Do you know about the history of that with Johnny Spiegel and the guys in LA? What happened in LA is the same thing happened in the 80s. That when was rife in America, and people were then going into recovery in LA and other places, and they were sharing about in AA, and they were made to feel like they couldn't do that. So Johnny Spiegel and another guy, I can't remember the guy, they went, well, actually, we should start our own fellowship that's just about because they felt alienated in AA and sharing about it. So that's how it came about.
Wow.
And and that's why they
also accept anyone.
Exactly. So that's why the step one is and all mind-altering substances, because they didn't want to have other people feel the way they did in AA.